How's it going, guys? Stephen from Break Free Homestead. Today we're going to be going over a range hood installation for our Shenandoah kitchen cabinet set. We went ahead and got this designer wood type hood, and it came with this blower here. So we're one step in. This tray here is what goes inside the hood, okay? And now they ended up sending us a tray for a smaller vent here. So what I did, I went ahead and grinded that out, made some new tabs, and basically custom fit this to this vent. That I think it was just an ordering issue of the gentleman who ordered our kitchen. Kind of annoying. If you want to buy a new one, they're like 180 bucks, or you just go be a Karen and they'll get you a new one. So we have this in, we have it secured on the sides by 4 1/2-inch bolts. All right, so that's locked in. And then the next thing you got to do, I'm going to drop a link to the directions down below. They really don't supply anything hardware wise, so you got to pick your own stuff up. It tells you what to get in the directions. But yeah, I don't know why ours didn't come with it. I don't know if it was an option he didn't check, but we went and got the hardware from the local hardware store. So if this information helps you guys out at all, we would appreciate it if you drop down below, hit that like and subscribe button. It really helps the channel out as we grow. You have to make sure you do this bottom tray first, or else you're not gonna have access to those. So then these 2 vertical mounts go in here, and just 2 bolts through to the bottom of the pan. And obviously when you buy screws, you're gonna wanna buy screws that are, you know, somewhat matching and, you know, close to what you're gonna be installing on. So this is ready to be hung. We marked the center point of this right here, so that will be good. Actually, it needs to be on the other side, but I'll change that. So we went over here to our range, marked the center point, brought that center point all the way up to the height where we want to put it, and then we marked our 2 studs to the right and to the left. And so we'll go ahead and pre-install these screws on that plate before we get up here, try to level it out and screw it in at the same time. So that's mounted nice and secure here with 6 screws, and we're going ahead and putting our screws in here with those T-bolts, and this is what you're gonna basically seat the vent onto. So as you can see, we pre-wired this, and that's where the vent's gonna go out through. We just need to open this up. We have a 6-inch vent here that we got off Amazon. This is 25 feet, I think. And it seems to be a pretty good deal for what we paid. It comes with the 2 clamps. And this is actually a 7-inch blower, but kind of hard to find the 7-inch tubes. So we just went with a 7 to 6 reducer, got that at Lowe's. I'm surprised they really don't have any options. A lot of stuff they were selling there was just 4-inch stuff, and that's just not gonna work for us. We're not gonna reduce from a 7 to a 4, but a 7 to a 6, I'm comfortable with that. So let's get that hole cut so we can get the 6-inch tube through there. So now we have the vent hooked up. Hold on, Wesson. The vent's hooked up. The electric is wired. If you don't know how to do electric, hire somebody. We know how to do it. We're allowed to do it here by code in your own residence. So that's what we're doing. Putting that in. It's all set. Thing turns on, which means it's wired, right? You go 1, 2, 3, Let's go 4. 4. That's moving a lot of air. It'll be nice. All right, so now we have to get this hood on, and then we have to do the sleeve or the chimney that goes up to cover that. So let's get that secured, and then we'll worry about piping this thing outside. The chimney up here, what we went ahead and did is just measured that, and then we cut that on the table saw for a nice clean cut. I went ahead and added paintable caulk up at the top to finish it off because it's not perfect. It did have these in the back of it, and we basically cut that chimney in 1/3 of what it comes as. And we didn't really feel the need to have these in there, so we just used the caulk. The caulk is also going to secure it in place and shouldn't have any issues. And then if we need to remove it, you can always re-caulk it. All right, so this vent, it kind of just fell down here. But what we're going to do right now is bring it up here. We're going to mark where we want it. You know, you could vent it to the end, but we're just going to go on a top vent. That's what we have here. So we're going to trace that up there. All right, so that's nice and piped in. Let's get up on the roof, install this vent. All right, guys, so we're going to improvise here. We're up on the roof with our vent. We have our hole all done up. Our vent is through the hole. We're just cleaning off any of that sawdust that came through. Just make sure you clean off the sawdust. You don't want that on there when you apply the roof putty. What we're gonna do first is, usually you have a clamp here, and like basically what you secured it to the blower with.